Hello, it's Victoria from Coastal Themes, and I am back with a super quick tutorial today. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to link your Framer website to a custom domain. So I'm going to be showing you on this one-pager site I have built, and I'm going to be linking it to a domain which I have bought on 123reg. The great thing about Framer is that if you want to put it live to your custom domain, so wildplanner.com or whatever it is, you only have to go and purchase a domain, which is usually quite a low cost thing. So there's a few sites you can do that on, and I will show you them now. So there's a few you might be familiar with. A really popular one is Namecheap, and all you have to do is come over to domains or search from the homepage, and you can type in your domain here and hit search, and then it will show you all the different domains available. So you can see here wildplanner.com is premium and it's £2,000 per year. And then there's a few other suggestions which I'll show you. So .com, .org, again, that's a lot cheaper. And then a lot of other options, .space, .news, it kind of goes on, as many as you want. And if you want something specific, you can always type .co.uk or whatever you want at the end there. So Namecheap is a great one. Another one you might be familiar with is HostGator. And what you can do is click domains, hit register domains, and then you can search a domain here. So we'll do wildplanner.co.uk. And then it will give you a similar list and show you how much it is, and that will be the price per year. There's some other sites, domains.com, NameSilo, which are a lot cheaper, and then obviously also GoDaddy, which has mixed reviews in the industry. So there's a lot of options. I usually go with 123reg just because I've been using it for years and years. But you can go with whichever one you like the best. Once you've purchased your domain, you don't need to get any of the add-ons. You will be offered a lot of add-ons when you check out. All you need to do is buy the domain, and if you need email, you can also tackle that later. And then when you're in your tool of choice, you will be able to jump to the DNS settings. So I am looking at wildplanner.co.za, and I actually have previously pointed this, so I'm going to show you what it's going to look like if it hasn't been pointed anywhere before. So you may have a combination of a few different records, and these are the types of records. You don't need to get too technical into knowing which one is which, but broadly, an A record is usually what links you to your website. An MX record is what links you to your email. And then there's other things like CNAME records and NS records, name server records, which are these, which you don't usually change. That's usually left as it is. But anything you're kind of linking to your site, you will be given very clear instructions. And if you are interested in kind of the more technical side of it, what everything means, let us know. Maybe we can do a tutorial. Otherwise, there's plenty of other tutorials online for this. When you are in Framer and you hit publish, your site will get published to a framer.app domain. And these are randomized. They're often very, very weird. But you can add your own domain. You will have to be on a paid plan for this to happen. You can get a free Framer subdomain like wildplanner.framer.website, or you can connect a domain you own through your web hosting service. So you can click that, and we will do wildplanner.co.za and hit the check mark. And that will give me some records that I can go and add into my DNS settings. So you will see here we have, usually it will give you two A records and a CNAME record, and because I've had this published before, it is only giving me a CNAME record. So what you can do is simply see the name, the type, and the value. So if we're using the CNAME record as an example, you would go into your DNS settings, you would add a new record, and then see the name is www, and the value is sites.framer.app. And then all you have to do is hit save, and that will add your new record. And it's as easy as that. Here we go. So now it's processed that I didn't have those A records. So these are the main records and the most important, because it means it's pointing your site, your domain, from nothingness, from where it is when you buy it, to this IP, which is Framer's IP for your particular site. So we've got two A records with two different IPs here. So we will come back here, we're going to add a record at, and then we will copy the first value, paste, we'll save that. And then we will add another a record, copy the second value, and save that. So now we've got 2 A records and a CNAME record, and these are the 3 which Framer gives you. And so if we refresh that, it might not happen now, but it will process that they're linked. So there you can see the website's published and optimized. So if I click on wildplanner.co.za, it will take me to my Framer website. And it's as easy as that. If you have any questions for specific providers or anything specific you want to know, let us know. And it's important to note that if you're doing this on another service, like Webflow, for example, the process is very, very similar. So if I jump to my ultra awesome site on Webflow, you will be able to see here, when I hit publish, I can add a custom domain, and it'll prompt me to upgrade on Webflow, and then it will also give me all the DNS settings. I can jump into my management here and add the A records and the CNAME records. There's loads of tutorials for Webflow available, but if you do want a specific one, please let us know. But hopefully this was helpful, and if you have any questions, add them in the comments. Bye!